Hi there, Jake and Jesse. Today is my day to start the Evil Dead review, or the Evil Dead trilogy review, as it is better known. So I'm just going to jump right into it. For the very first shot, we know that it's a very technical movie visually. Because Sam Raimi is doing very interesting camera work in a swamp, going along and being what I've come to know in the commentaries as the Force, and in a commentary with Bruce Campbell that I heard, that was actually Sam Raimi with a camera taped to his hands, and then Bruce Campbell kind of pushing him in an inflatable raft. So just little stories like that. Overall, it has very standard moments, the don't go in there kind of moments, but something about it, it seems fresh and new and pretty timeless. It seems like Evil Dead really pioneered a lot of these techniques. Whether it did or not is beyond me, because I don't watch that many horror movies. I do have to say that it takes quite a while for the action to get to the point where we can start really getting into the film. Ash fighting his possessed friends, but once it gets to that point, it just zooms along. It's all necessary, but it still takes a while. And then I got to point out when the girl is raped by the woods. I think for a person watching Evil Dead for the first time, no matter what time period this is, you will always be shocked and surprised and several other emotions when you see that, when you witness this. It's awkward but ridiculous and frightening all at the same time, and it's really strange. I know that the first time I saw it, it almost made me laugh, because it was just like, are you serious? Is this woman being raped by trees? So it is unique, to say the least. I will say that the special effects are very primitive, obviously for the time period. There's many stories and documentaries about how the eyes were done. That effect was done by using a special kind of contact lens that was actually a big hunk of glass, and it had to be put in with an applicator, and just kind of popped in. So that probably wasn't very pleasant at all, but it was necessary for the look, obviously. And then, if you all remember when Ash's girlfriend first gets possessed, there's a close-up on her foot, because her Achilles tendon was stabbed by Shelley, I think it was, whoever, Ash's sister, stabs the girl with a pencil in the Achilles tendon. And the special effect on there is beautiful. That kind of spreading of the evil, just taking over everything from the wound. Now, leave it up to me to pull a Die Hard reference out of all this, even though Evil Dead predates Die Hard. But I feel that this is a pure trial by fire story about our hero Ash, because because we do see that transformation from just a guy who doesn't want to take control of the situation to a person who has to man up and start fighting. Even though I will say that Ash, as a character, does not come into his own until Evil Dead 2. But as far as this movie, you know, we really get to see the transition when is Evil Dead. You know, Evil Dead has already taken place. We do see some of it because it was reshot in the beginning, but like this was it. That we could see the transition so clearly in here. And the humor in it all. Again, Evil Dead 2 and Army of Darkness kind of take the cake when it comes to the humor aspect, but I do appreciate it. The scene where Ash is stumbling through the cellar and then the pipe bursts and blood gets all over him, and then everything else continues to get all bloody in the cellar. I found that incredibly hilarious that a record player magically starts up on his own and starts playing a vaudeville type of music. You know, just something like nice and happy and jazzy. Like I thought the combination of the two was great, and then yeah, something as ridiculous as blood coming out of the outlets. You have blood pouring into a light bulb and filling it up, which was my favorite. It's just because it even had like the sound effect of someone pouring like water, some sort of liquid, into a bottle. It was fantastic. So in the end, I really enjoy Evil Dead because it incorporates all these elements. It incorporates the kind of humor of that without overdoing it, because it's still a horror movie and that's their number one concern. They pulled that aspect off perfectly. And I myself, I hate horror movies. I get scared so easily by horror movies. So what I had to do, I had to keep reminding myself of these stories from the commentaries and documentaries just to get through it. Because if anytime I got myself, really emotionally involved in the movie, I was scared. I couldn't watch it. It was too scary. So for the horror veteran, Evil Dead is nothing. It's a classic film and it's enjoyable, but they're obviously not going to be scared by the 70s special effects, as great they are for their day. If I could, on a 1 to 5 scale, I would give this a 5 out of 5. It is a fantastic film, and I can watch it over and over again and still be entertained. So, Jake, I'm looking forward to the Evil Dead 2 review.